playtime, it's play guy. Cause we ain't talking about practice like AI. Sports professors spit the best takes out like AI. Artfully intelligent, I can't write mine. Rhyme citing with girls' DMs like Messi after the goal time. That was a triple entendre, did you catch me rambling? Flipping Simone Biles, we the bottom line champion.
I need my hands. It's like this one.
Let's go, street pro, bottom line. Flow, canteen, hot take, J-N-O. Sports professor, you know. Yo, street professor, I'm back, baby, like I never left. Bottom line, flow, canteen, hot take, Jake and O. Street! Stop.
Let's go.
I got now, couldn't wait in line. Game time.
Let's go.
Shoot from deep.
Welcome to the bottom line.
I go beast like 23. 10 toes down to the concrete. And I do me keep to myself to find my peace. Been balling a little bit.
Oh
Lord. Feeling rich. Still remember days I had to grind to get a cent. Still remember days when I spent a penny pinch. Now this bank account is lit.
Let's go.
And it's stuck.
Let's go.
Same faces around me.
Welcome to the bottom line.
Say how you do it, but you hardly dead.
71. Let's go.
Like it's game time. Locked in when it's game time. Yeah, I'm
Let's go. We're gonna wrap up that
like
episode today.
It's
time, baby. Game time is a game tonight as well. Let's get into this. All right, here we go. Woo! How's everybody doing? What a day!
Beautiful day. Beautiful day in the neighborhood.
What up?
Hey, you don't got a goose egg in front of your team anymore. Congratulations!
Hey,
shout out to the Broncos. Shout out to the Broncos.
Yes, barely.
Hey, you better turn yourself up, Jake. I can't hardly hear you, man. Which is okay with me.
That's probably better. That's probably for the better, anyways.
Right? That's what I was gonna say. It's okay.
We feel great.
All right,
We
welcome to the
don't
bottom line sports episode
You don't
71.
need to hear more
the
Broncos
bottom line.
blasphemy.
Yeah, I'm Flo. That guy over there is Canteen. The guy down here is Hot Take Jake. And let me see how I do this. Wait, yeah, that guy over there is Omar. Omar, the sports professor. Right over there. All right. Let's go.
Hot take, Jake.
70.
Hot take.
Hey, we're probably with Dan Harris, so let's talk sports. Shout out sports, all that good stuff, man. Shout out to Dan. Hope he's doing well. I know he's been struggling lately, but pray for him if you're praying in person. We should be streaming on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, all that good stuff. You're watching us live.
Hot take.
Appreciate you. We're also on Spotify. I upload Spotify if you want to listen on Spotify the next day. I usually upload the next day the episode. So if you're listening, we appreciate you listening on Spotify as well. 1,340 in the face group. We're growing little by little. 1,340, almost to 1,400. Let's get there. Help us share this.
Subscribe at
Go
the Bottom
subscribe.
Line Sports. Go subscribe.
YouTube, anywhere you go, subscribe. We appreciate everybody that is subscribing. So we appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Hot take, Jake. So
Hot take.
Before we get into hot take, Jake, let's wrap up the Thursday night football real quick. Lions beat the Packers 34-20, and it didn't even seem that close for most of the game. Any thoughts on this game? Lions and the Packers. Are the Lions for real now? Are we going to say they're for real?
Who going first?
It don't matter. Whoever. We'll go. Can Omar and Jake. We'll go to my clockwise.
Hey,
on the screen.
I will give y'all this much. Now Jake has ran his mouth for 4 weeks straight. Detroit 3-1. On that game, your boy showed up 19 for 28, 210 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Right? Montgomery showed up. Reynolds, hey, I believe the Detroit Lions are for real, based off of what we have seen for right now. Did Minnesota win today? Minnesota won today?
Yeah, Minnesota won.
Yep.
1-3.
Yep.
Yes, they did.
The Bears 0-4. Green Bay 2-2. Detroit for real, man. Detroit is for real. I think they're gonna take the NFC North right now.
Okay.
They look promising. I like what Dan Campbell has put out there. I like what they bring to the table. They look like a complete football team right now. I'm not saying they're the best in the NFC.
Right.
They're one of the best, but they're not the best in the NFC.
I think me and Jake were the only ones that picked them to win. We both picked them to win the NFC North. Me and Jake, but Jake had them winning a little more games than I did, though. What do you got, Omar, on this game? Are the Lions for real?
More, 13.
Yeah. Well, it's 2 more.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to agree with everything that Ken just said. I agree completely. I thought Minnesota, after last year, was still the favorites going into this year, but they have completely collapsed to the point where Justin Jefferson is going to demand a trade. So you're going to see him somewhere else, or Kirk Cousins probably calling too. Or Cousins, one of the two, right? Now I wouldn't get rid of him.
This is Kirk's last year, I think.
Yes, it is. So they
on
would
his
probably
contract,
just let him
right?
walk. They'll probably just let him walk.
Yeah.
But anyways, the Lions are for real. Just like Ken said, we go in the NFL by a sample size of quarters. So every 4 games you look, well, it used to be 16. So every 4 games you look at where your team is standing. And right now, Lions have control of that division. I am mad at myself because I was going to pick the Lions, and then last minute, after reading all the so-called experts, that's why they're not the professor and I am, I went with the damn Packers, and then it backfired on me at the last second. I was like, damn it. But I wanted to pick the Lions originally.
That's right. Oh, yeah. Go with your gut, Omar. That's what I did. That's what I'm going to start doing from now on.
Well, I must announce real quick before Jake goes. I don't want to hog all the time, but Professor's picks, I got to check this week, but the first 3 weeks, I was 11-5 every week. So Professor's picks been hitting. Let's just say that.
Okay, let's just say that. All right. Well, we know whose takes haven't been hitting.
Well, absolutely.
Go ahead,
have,
Jake.
Because the Lions have looked good.
Yours have?
Looked good. So
the Dolphins just got blown out today.
That's fine. We'll get to that game. But let's
by a
the Lions real quick.
By a Bills game. But okay, go talk about this game though, Jake. Don't get ahead of us.
Jamison Williams comes back after this game. So now they get a deep threat. So Jared Goff now gets his St. Brown.
This last game.
He got Montgomery. No. He comes back now. He's officially back after this game.
Oh, okay.
So now they have the deep threat, Tyreek Hill 2.0. All I'm saying is
that's
this.
a little too much.
This team's about to go for a run for their money, guys. I'm warning you now. That Packers
You think
team
so?
is a good roster.
You think so?
Did you just say Amon? Did you just say Amon St. Rob Brown is the next coming of Tyreek Hill?
No, Jameson Williams is.
Williams.
Jameson Williams is.
Okay, all right, that makes a little more
Jameson
sense. Okay.
Williams.
He is.
They're not even the same player, but they are. That makes sense.
He is Ty. He is
What'd you call
Ty
him? Jameson
2.0.
what?
Jameson
What'd you call him?
Williamson he's the next Tyreek Hill. He's Tyreek Hill 2.0. Like I said, guys, nothing new to me. I knew that they were going to win this division easy. That's why I took it a step further. I noticed that the Cowboys are going to be the Cowboys. The Eagles still look like they're struggling as they're winning these games, and I think the Niners are going to have a tough time playing against a very underrated Rams team and a very fighting back Hawks team. So you got the Lions in that division who are controlling it. That's why I said from the get-go, number 1 seed, Jared Goff is showing himself why he's the best quarterback in the NFC. And I think right now they're about to go on a winning streak like no other. Listen to me, guys.
Maybe.
Listen to me.
Maybe.
Oh, man.
Detroit looks good, though. And it's Jameson
they look good.
Williams, not Williamson.
Yeah, I was wondering. I kept thinking he called him Williamson.
My bad.
Williamson. Yeah. I was like, okay. I don't think it's Williamson, but yeah, Jameson Williams. But I got you, Jake. Yeah.
They got the Panthers next, guys.
Now I will say this caveat.
Okay.
Let me say this caveat on what Jake just said, man. Man, the Lions got the Panthers, Buccaneers, Ravens, Lions, and then they got the Chargers in the next 4 weeks.
Right.
That's a tough schedule.
I didn't say the I'm just saying that's
What?
what they bring to the table in the next 4 or 5 weeks. So I don't know
That's
what
a
they're
tough
capable
schedule.
of doing.
I was being sarcastic.
You say you think
I
it's
hope
tough?
so.
Yeah. I mean, Tampa doesn't
I
look
was
bad.
being sarcastic.
That Tampa game looks like it's gonna be a
Tampa
little
look
tougher
pretty
than
decent.
the
Tampa does
game,
look better than expected. Yes,
right.
they do.
So that's not going to be an
Yeah.
automatic W anymore.
Did
Carolina
you not
looks
see what the Eagles just
Right.
did to that team?
They'll beat Carolina. They'll beat Carolina.
But the Eagles are a lot better team, though. I think
Right.
y'all are way too overanalyzing the Eagles this year. You and Flo keep going in on the Eagles. The Eagles are still one of the best teams.
No.
in the NFC.
I'm not overanalyzing the Eagles. I'm just saying that they are struggling early right now. They're still going to win their division.
I think
No, they're gonna win the
I doubt it. I doubt it.
I think they played a really good, tough game today, and I think they showed
Against the
that
Commanders.
they're still one of the best teams.
So
They're showing me
that's-
that they can win every which way. Absolutely.
I'll say this: that Detroit has an up and down schedule and going into their bye week. Carolina's a fairly easy game. It doesn't look like Carolina's going to do anything
Right.
this year. Tampa is a tougher game than would have thought early on. So I'm not saying they're going to lose to them, but I'm saying that's going to be a tougher game than may have thought going into the season. And then Baltimore is probably still a tough game, but it's not. Baltimore's also been struggling, even though they blew out the Browns today.
The Cowboys
they're
of the AFC.
They've still
yuck.
been struggling.
Can't wait
And
till
then
they
Las
play
Vegas. Las Vegas looks kind of frisky. I like O'Connell, what O'Connell did today. We can talk about that later, but Las Vegas has been in most of these games. They haven't really got blown out for the most part. They've been in kind of these games.
Got
So
blown out, beat down like that.
I think that Las
They've
Vegas
kinda
game
on the edge.
is a little tougher than. So the Carolina is the only easy game that they got going into their bye week per se. The other games are the other team can give you a challenge on those games. I think that's just me. So anyway, any final thoughts on this game? Thursday Night Football.
Hot take.
Hey,
Beautiful day.
So what about Jordan Love? I mean, is he as bad as he looked, or he just had a bad game? Go ahead.
No, shout out to Dan Campbell and the defense that he has coached up there. That defense
true.
is just heat seekers, just dogs and heat seekers everywhere on that defense. And he just got them so coached up. He got them out there biting kneecaps.
What up,
you know
Ruben?
what I'm saying? He got them out there. Bounty Gate 2.0, something Sean Payton might want to think about bringing back. He's got a really good coach team, and the Lions are looking tough.
What's up, Ruben? What's up?
Shout out, Pops.
The professor's dad.
Mr. Fonseca.
To answer Jordan Love, no,
Grandpa
he's
Professor.
average.
He's average.
Jordan Love's average. If the Packers are stupid enough to even deal with this guy, they're idiots because they have a great offensive line, and he would still not look. No, I'm sorry. I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
He's been playing better than that. This is his first year starting, man. Give him a chance. It's only been a few.
I don't buy it.
So Jake, what you're saying is
this.
So Jake, what you're saying is that Green Bay is gonna. What you're saying is that Green Bay is getting another QB, draft another QB,
Absolutely.
and bring somebody else in.
That is a
besides
good
Jordan Love.
roster. That is a good roster. They have a
They do
good
have a really
roster.
good roster.
That is a good.
That is a pretty
offensive
good
line.
roster. I
Pretty
admit.
good defensive line. I
But
love
it-
their
and it-
corners. Like
It
I
is his
said,
first year starting, and I say this: just how Sam Howell looked terrible last week, and this week he looked pretty good. They almost beat the Eagles. So I think that's kind of like Jordan is. He's going to have his ups and downs.
That's a good point.
This
What you just
season.
said, man.
Yeah, I think he's going to have his
compare
ups
those
and
numbers.
downs.
Sam
being
Howell
the
has a worse
starter.
team he's doing it with, though.
Well, but
Sam
I'm just
Howell's a
saying.
way worse team. He does not have
No,
that
Sam
offensive
Howell
line.
has a solid. They have a solid defense, and
They
he
have
has some
defense,
playmakers on the outside. Sam Howell has some playmakers. They got Scary Terry. You got Dotson. You got some playmakers
He's
on
got
that
no whole
team.
line. He's doing
His
it with no
whole line's
line.
okay though. It's not horrible. It's not.
He
It's
really
not
is out there running for his life, though.
a little bit, but a little bit. But I mean, he has a decent
You better
team.
go
It's not
compare
like,
those
it's not
numbers,
like
man. Jordan
Those
Love
are
has
not like-
163 yards passing.
it's not like he
think
got
that-
nothing.
I think
It's not like he got nothing.
You
He's
know
got-
what?
he's got-
I think at one point I said to myself, "Man, is this Sam Howell or Lamar Jackson? This dude is out here rushing
Well, see,
more than."
I warned you about him. I warned you about
hey,
him.
I said the same thing. I just said Sam Howell's still your way, and I still think I'm right. He's still about a year away before he's
Oh yeah, he's not there.
a good
yet.
quarterback.
I don't
He's not
think
there yet. He's a
is.
year
No,
away.
no. What it is, like I said, it's his head
Average.
coach. Let his coach go.
I don't know
I'm
about
sorry.
that.
You don't need.
Hey, Ruben, you going to Dallas with us? What's up?
So you said
Let go of
you
Ron
said
Rivera,
let,
bro.
you said let go of Riverboat Ron.
Mm-hmm.
Right
Give me an
now,
offensive coach.
look, if they make the playoffs, there's no way you're letting go of Ron Rivera.
I think that he's
That's
a
why I
good
hope they
steward.
don't.
Ain't no way.
I think he's a good steward for this team. I do think that he's been good for them, taking the team through all of the Dan Snyder BS and stuff that they went through, that he took them through. But honestly, if Riverboat Ron is not going to beat Riverboat Ron, then he does need to go. He should have gone for 2 at the end of that game and tried to go for the victory. You're going up against
agree.
the defending.
I kind of agree with that.
champion.
I kind of agree with that. He played it a little safe. He wasn't riverboating that day. Today he was kind of playing it safe. Just go for it, man. I mean, don't. You're playing on the road. Just go
You have
for
to
it.
lose. Right.
I don't think anybody would have criticized him for going for it. I think he'll get criticized more for not going for it. That's one of those ones that you just gotta. You're on the road. You just got the momentum. Hey, let's end this right now. I
The
agree.
Eagles are a better team. You know what I'm saying? Just go for it. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. You just got the momentum. You got a last-second touchdown. Hey, just go for it and try to win it right now. I agree. I think he should have just gone for that, but it is what it is. I think because Sam Howell's a young quarterback, I think young quarterbacks need an offensive coach. I think usually he's a defensive guy. I don't think that's good for young quarterbacks. If it's a veteran team, a defensive coach can come in there and coach the team. But if you've got a young quarterback, you really need an offensive coach as your head coach when you've got a young quarterback like that. But we'll see. If he makes the playoffs, they're not going to get rid of him. If they kind of tank rest of the season, maybe they let him go.
I wouldn't say wouldn't.
Really?
You
You don't think you seen?
I think if he makes the playoffs, and
That's
they
what I'm
lose
saying.
And they lose in the first round, I could definitely see him as a mutual, I'm not coming back sort of thing, or I'm not returning as coach. Yeah, and then they just bring somebody younger. Yeah, I see it.
Okay. I think if they make the playoffs and even if they lose the first game, I think he's back. I don't think they get rid of him, but we'll see.
I like Ron Rivera. I think he's perfect.
I like him too, but I'm just saying.
But at some point, you have to get a new voice in there at some point.
Right. True.
Better defensive coordinator.
But like you said, he did see him through a tough period in their franchise. He stuck through it. He was around. He kind of stabilized the team, so to speak. And so I see them probably, if he makes the playoffs, they give him one more year.
Okay.
If he doesn't make the playoffs, then they consider getting rid of him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Me, yeah. Anyway, all right. So let's go to the next game. Let's go to the least important game of the day. We'll go to the early games first. The least important game of the day, of course, Broncos and the Bears. 2-0-3 teams. The least important game today. Broncos and Bears.
It was the least important. It was the least
It was an important game in the whole day. No one cared about that game. except Broncos fans and Bears fans. Nobody in the whole world cared about that game.
He said
You
no.
know
Hey,
it.
he said
I
nobody
know
cared about
it, Jake. Everybody knows it. No one wanted to
He
watch
said
that
nobody
game.
cared about it,
Nobody,
yet he
nobody
tagged
cared
it on
about it.
Facebook. How come
Nobody
you didn't- how come you
cared
didn't
about
update
it,
it?
Jake.
How
Not a
come
one
you didn't update
person
it, Flo?
outside of Denver
Oh,
and
you didn't
Chicago.
update it,
Not a
did you?
one person cared
You
about
sure
that
had it
game.
28-7. You stopped
Nobody
updating.
cared.
Why'd you stop updating?
Huh?
He
Why'd
on
you
you,
stop
Flo. He on
updating
you,
the
I
boy.
score?
was just screenshotting. I didn't
Oh,
watch the
man.
game. I wasn't watching
Man,
highlights or
crazy.
He
anything.
on you, boy.
Because we took
Just
that dog.
barely. Just barely. dude.
Anyway, let's let
no.
Jake go first because I know
Go
it's his
ahead.
team and he's
Go
excited
ahead.
that they got a dub. They're not 0-4 now. They're 1-3. So thankfully they're not unwinnable. Is it undefeated or they're not defeated? I don't know what you'd call it. When
I
you don't
love
have a
what
win.
Sean Payton
What?
said.
Winless. That's what it is.
Hey.
Winless. Winless.
Hey, potential AFC champions. Potential AFC champions in Jake Floyd.
This is your AFC Championship game team, according to Jake. Broncos
Absolutely,
versus the
absolutely.
Dolphins.
Your NFC
And there's-
Championship looked pretty bad last week. Now let me get to this.
What was that stat, Omar? 0-3 teams. How many have made the Super Bowl, or even the playoffs?
2.4.
Playoffs.
2.4%. 2.4.
Playoffs.
All I know is we won today, and Sean
just
Payton
trying to
said
win
it
a
best.
game.
We got a lot of things to clean up. We got a lot of things to clean
Playoffs.
up. I love what he said. But you know what this
barely
showed me?
won. Y'all barely
Hey,
won.
let him
You're
talk,
not- you're
Omar.
not a
Omar.
good team.
Omar, let him have his 2 minutes. Let him talk about
The
his team.
grit.
No, go ahead.
The grit in the fight. Think of this, Omar. It's 28-7 with 10 seconds left in the third quarter. That team could have quit. We could have just melded in. But you know what I saw? I saw everybody talk to each other. Kareem Jackson in the huddle, Russell Wilson in his offensive huddle. And they said, you know what, boys? The season starts now. The season starts now. And that's what they did. They came back. They won the game 31-28. They went scoreless. The Bears went scoreless the whole fourth quarter. I'm proud of them. We have a lot to clean up. Vance Joseph, please, for the love of God, please get better.
Okay.
Because you're making it worse on us. We're not playing these bums every week. Vance Joseph, get better. Justin Fields at the beginning of the game looked like Tom Brady himself, 17 for 17. Get better, Vance.
Who? Tom Brady.
Gosh,
I'm gonna
man.
kill out
But you know what?
Hey,
In the
hey.
end,
So wait a minute.
we
are you
stepped
done,
up
Jake?
and we played our game.
So
We
did
stepped up
Russell
and we played our
Wilson?
game. We won
Russell
the
Wilson
game.
save his job because you were calling for Russell Wilson's job. Is he still in?
Russell
next week?
Wilson looked good second half. Absolutely. Russ, you are alive for another week.
So you giving him
Alive
another
for
week?
another week.
That's
We,
it. Okay.
we have the Jets next week. That should
Okay.
be a winnable game as well.
Will it be another struggle like this one, beating another?
Yep.
Hey,
Half-
it doesn't
half
matter
team.
as long as you
Yep.
win. The Eagles are 4-0. They're
Doesn't
struggling
matter?
every time, but guess what? They're number one in their division. The same way. You grit, you grind, you win the game. That's what we need. Make
They're
you stronger.
struggling. They're struggling, and they still look pretty good though. You're struggling, and you don't look good.
You
For the most
I don't know
part.
how
Oh,
we're not
this is the
looking at it.
first
We
game.
just won.
This is
We
the
came
first
back
game
21
you've looked
down.
good. This is the first game you've looked halfway decent. You've struggled all year, and you haven't looked good. The
That's
Eagles have
fine.
struggled,
All
but
right.
they've looked good.
You would think that Flo didn't pick us to win a lot of games either. You had us winning more games than 4.
I did.
So you'd be wrong too.
Well,
Let's
well-
put that to facts too. Come on,
well,
Flo.
maybe I would be
Come on,
wrong,
put
but
the
I'm
stats out.
I'm hardly ever. Okay, let's put it out there.
Come
What
on,
did I
man.
have them winning? What did you have them winning? You have them winning the division, don't
You
you?
probably had them winning 9. I had them winning 12 or 13.
Yeah, and that's not going to
You
happen
put them
anymore,
down
right?
just a couple games under and let the Chargers win. a little more. I'm just
man.
saying,
I had
the
I had
Broncos
them
did what
9.
they had
I
to
had
do
them
today.
9 games. I had them 9 games. Hey,
There you go.
I'm just telling you. But they haven't looked good. Anyway, go ahead,
The grit and
Canteen.
the grind.
What,
That was a
let
game to
Canteen-
win.
okay,
Go ahead,
what about
Canteen.
this game? Nobody really
Can I
cares.
go, bro?
Nobody cares. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Canteen.
All right, Jake. So let's be hypothetical, man. I'm gonna name out 1,
Absolutely.
2, 3. I'm gonna name out
Back.
five. I'm gonna name out 5 key phrases for you to understand for the next. I want you to understand. Jets, Chiefs, Packers, Chiefs
Oh.
again, and the Bills. You may win 1 out of your 4 next games. You won't see the playoffs. Today was different. Let me caveat on today. I will give Russell Wilson his props for what they do. Russell Wilson today had a phenomenal game, man. The kid went for 21 for 28, 223 yards, 3 touchdowns. He looked good today.
Hello.
But your next 5 games, you may win 1 or 2, bro. Y'all struggle. You struggle.
We will see.
Your offense subpar. Your offense is subpar. You got McLaughlin, 7 carries, 72 yards. Jerry Judy is trash. Y'all might win 1 of your next 5, baby boy. And your playoff hopes, your AFC championship, man, stop saying that, man. Don't make them tell them.
Oh, man.
What about you?
Uh-oh.
Is Omar wearing that badge for his team? Because I saw your team lost.
Guess who's here? You know him, you love him. Some people call him the Wolf. Lover D. What up, Lover D?
Where's all my Brock Purdy lovers at?
Lover D, the Wolf.
My brother.
What up, my man?
What's up, people? My good gentleman.
Living that ball and Bud's life. I see him.
I had
Clever D, you watching Broncos?
Hey, man, hey, check on your watch to your left, man. Check on your
Broncos, Clever D.
Jake, I'm proud of Jake. You know, y'all do something. Y'all prove for you. This way, you're over here. Y'all proved that y'all want to play this year, okay? I thought they were going to fold it in. I thought Russell was going to stay washed, but he took his sickness away and proved that he's a quarterback. He's kind of living up to the money, just kind of, but as Canteens did say, Judy, adds look like a 5th-year option. Doesn't look like a 5th-year option.
Okay.
Doesn't look like it.
Dude. Straight up,
yeah,
Jake. And you
wasn't he
know
hurt early?
You
I thought he was hurt.
Yeah, he was, Flo. Yep.
He still looked hurt. I don't know.
We got the bag on your head. What are you doing over there?
Okay,
He must be wearing it for his own
Hey,
rating.
he's the Bronco fan. He's the sad Bronco fan.
The sad Broncos fan is back.
Are you? What happened, sad Bronco fan? Are you okay?
Well, what happened was Russell Wilson was getting his booty spanked.
Did you say Russell Wilson?
Russell?
Yes, Russell, as in I'm crying because he's
Russell
a
Wilson.
wascally wabbit. And he was crying in the locker room until Sean Payton came in there and lit a fire into his butt and said, "Sir, if you don't step up and get me unfired right now, because if they wouldn't have won that game, both of them fools were out the back door before you could close the Walmart down the street." All right, so that's the first thing I'm gonna say. Y'all are lucky, lucky. First of all this tells me is how crappy of a team y'all are. You barely beat the Bears, who suck even worse than y'all. So this is what this tells me, and we're gonna get to the Bills and the Dolphins, but this is what this tells me. When the Dolphins boat raced y'all by 50, right? And then the Bills, which we'll get into, boat raced the Dolphins and gave them a 48 burger. And you are barely getting by the Matt Eberflus, I'm not a real head coach, I suck, please fire me for the worst coaching decisions ever. They shouldn't have lost that game. Matt Eberflus made horrible decision after horrible decision, and y'all barely beat a crappy Bears team. Get over yourself. You're not winning You're not winning the AFC. You're not going to the AFC Championship. You're not going to win even 8 games. Because again, we talk about that quarter system. Y'all are 1-3. Extrapolated over a whole season, that is 4-13, my friend. So get used to it and like it.
Okay, Omar, let's
Shooting
go.
promos left and right.
Damn.
Let's
Bro.
go.
Hey, bro, he said, bro.
I know a team that didn't win this week. I know a team in Las Vegas that didn't win this week.
Bro.
Got a point.
We all knew they were going to win.
I disappear too. I would disappear
Absolutely.
too.
We said bye to the Bronco fan. I guess Omar will be back in a minute. All right, so anything left on this game? I mean, we've pretty much talked too much about this game as it is. It's the Broncos and Bears.
Man, last week when we lost to the Dolphins, we couldn't stop talking about it. Now we're rushing to get off of this one.
Well,
man, who would have thought?
It's two winless teams. Nobody but people who are Broncos fans and Bears fans. Even the ones who don't put bags on their heads, they were the ones that cared. But anyway, all right. Okay, so let's go to the Dolphins and the Bills.
Hey, don't worry, Jake. I don't ever want to leave that butt whooping that they gave y'all. If we could talk about that 50 burger they laid on y'all, we could talk about it all week, baby.
Hey,
we would. We would talk about it every day, but we can't. We got other games with more important teams to talk about.
Exactly. Hey, so you said you talked about the Raiders, but didn't they beat y'all, Jake? Anyway, let's move on.
We faced them again.
All right.
Don't worry, we faced them again.
We played them again. Yeah, I'm just saying. You talk bad about the Raiders, and I think they beat y'all. But anyway.
We'll see them soon.
All right, let's talk about the kind of, I guess, the most important game of the day. I mean, or the early games. Dolphins and the Bills. Woo! I mean, I think a lot of people thought the Dolphins could win this game, or at least be close. But the Bills all over them, 48-20. Dolphins were just outclassing this game. Is this just one of those games that get away from people? How do you go from 70-20? You blow out somebody in historic fashion, and then you get blown out. Who wants to go first?
I'll do it.
Go ahead.
Man, I'll start off, man. I think they pulled. Go ahead, Liberty.
Oh, all right.
There's a delay. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's all good. Now, I was just saying, for this game, it's kind of like the Cardinals kind of play us a little tough today. When it comes to division games, I kind of throw that stuff out the window because you never know what you're going to get sometimes. If we looked on paper, even though the Commanders are playing well this year, you would think Philly would just mop the floor with them, just because it's Philly.
I knew it was going to be a close game, yeah.
It's just one of those things that I feel like, I had Buffalo winning because that 50 burgers, that's just an outlier, you know what I'm saying? We probably won't see that again in our lifetime. So be happy, Jake. But anyways, I just didn't think with Buffalo's defense, the Buffalo's defense and it being a divisional game, I didn't think that Miami was going to be back to back, that dominant. That's my opinion on it.
I thought they would still play well, but yeah, it's crazy. What do you got, Ken? On this game.
Hey man, the Dolphins kind of reminded me of the Cowboys that they pulled with the Cowboys for today and vice versa, man. They did damage last week how the Cowboys did today, man. And I'm looking at the Dolphins. I mean, Tua looked good on paper, man. Tua looked good, 28 for 35, 282 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. But shit, man, Josh Allen looked hella good, man. 21, 25, 320 yards, 4 touchdowns. But Diggs, 6 receptions, 120 yards, 3 touchdowns. So I think the defense, and I think this is the second home game, and the Bills look hella good at home, man. So I think, like you said, with these games, you can't put a cap on it. How you said, like I cleverly said, the 49ers played them. The 49ers played with the Cardinals and vice versa, man. I think the Bills really showed what they were made of, and they look hella good, man. And I don't think the Dolphins, I wouldn't count the Dolphins out completely. I wouldn't count them out. But they just got outmatched today. But they played really good last week. And it's the same thing what Dallas did, bro. How we played against the Cardinals, how we look today. My point, man.
Right.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What you got, Sports Professor?
My word, gentlemen, is inspired. First of all, you better save that clown for the only clown on the show. And
I think Flo's frozen.
Frozen.
Anyways,
frozen.
I'm not frozen. Am I frozen or are you?
No,
frozen?
Flo was
frozen.
frozen.
Okay.
You
all right, cool. I'm gonna keep going then. So I'm gonna say inspired. Why am I inspired, gentlemen? Because this just proved to me that my Super Bowl pick is looking immaculate right now. What is the reason that I picked the Bills versus the Cowboys in the first place? Because defense wins championships, gentlemen. We all know that. Defense wins championships in football. And what was proven today was that the Buffalo Bills and the Dallas Cowboys have the two best defenses in the NFL. What this also proved today is that there is a hierarchy in the AFC. And the Buffalo Bills are at the top of the mountain. The Dolphins, while still a good team, just got dropped on them by 420 as Ken pointed out. And I'm sorry, Ken, I agree. While the Dolphins are not out of it, Tua did not really have a great game. 220 yards,
Spectacular.
and 1 touchdown,
Yeah.
1 interception. That's not spectacular. That's barely playable in the league these days, where quarterbacks are throwing 400, 500 yards. Especially with the performance he had the week before, and with that strong running game that they have with Achane and Mostert. So, yeah, the Dolphins are still in it, but the Buffalo Bills just proved that they're heads and tails above everyone else in the AFC.
Okay.
Here's what I'll say.
Go ahead.
The game shocked me. I
think it's head and shoulders, Omar.
The game did shock me, absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's.
Am I worried?
What did I
Absolutely
say?
not, because the
You
Bills
said
are
heads
so
and tails.
Heads and tails.
The Bills are so
Reckless.
inconsistent. They lose to the Jets week 1. We have to. We keep forgetting that they lose to the Jets. They also have a first place divisional schedule. That means they will still have to face the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. You have to beat elite teams. Now they face the NFC East. I don't know how you compare. They're still going to face them. The Bengals are still going to come. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't ever sleep on that.
Right, but the Bengals and the Jaguars, yeah, but their teams are a shell of.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
The Bills are inconsistent,
man.
Omar, and they've been inconsistent for years already for us. That's what I'm trying to get at. I trust Mike
Inconsistent.
on what
They
his
lost
next
the
thing is
first
gonna
game, yes, but come on now.
They have been
These past
inconsistent.
3 games in a
Omar.
row, they have showed that they just beat the brakes off of 3 teams in a row. What are you talking about? What are y'all talking
That's
about?
fine. They did that last.
But I'm
year
saying
too,
throughout the
Omar.
season,
They
he's
lost
saying
the
throughout
Jets also.
their history, their last few years, they've been
without Aaron Rodgers.
And I'm agreeing with Hot Take Jake. I don't know what's wrong with me.
What I'll say to this is the Dolphins, they did not play their best football today. And it's fine. You just put 70 points. You felt good about yourselves. You're feeling yourselves. This
That's
is
your
not a
number one
Cowboy
team,
game
right?
because they didn't play a bad team. I don't know what Canteen's saying about. They played a good team, Canteen. They didn't play a loser team and lose. They were playing a team that's going to make the playoffs. So they are
true.
winning. And
That's
they
true.
see this team once again. And I think there will be a different mentality coming from the Dolphins this time.
Okay.
Don't worry. Ease it in, Dolphins fans. You're not going to get the undefeated. Just ease it in and be ready. You will still be the number 1 seed in your division and in the conference. You heard it here first.
Okay.
I hear it, but I don't believe it.
No, me either.
I can't wait.
I don't believe that either.
I hear it, but I mean,
Okay.
I respect your opinion, but
No, you don't see it.
it's that sports almanac. Sometimes Jake be on point sometimes, but that sports almanac, that bizarre world sports almanac.
It's
I don't
right.
see how this.
It's right here, covered.
I just don't see it. Just like the Bengals. I mean, no one can call the Bengals being this bad, but I think how many losses you had them having? With 3, 4, or 5 or something like that?
Well, I had them as a wild
They're
card.
in 3.
Okay,
They 3 or 4 already.
I had the Ravens winning that division. And you came at me about how you have Lamar winning that division. If he's
Yeah,
not a quarterback.
that's right. When he's not a quarterback, he's an athlete. Gotcha.
Absolutely.
Right.
So
Exactly.
I'm fine with it. I think the Bengals, they're a team that gets hot towards the end, and they're going to scare people. Don't worry.
I'm a fan of the Bengals. I just wish they get their act together.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of feel like they should have just rested Burrow. They're losing anyway. He's not playing well. You might as
The
well
crazy
rest
thing
him.
is, Omar
Same
said
posi-
Dallas beats a crappy Pats team, and automatically they're the best defense again. He
Yeah,
said it again. I don't know how that happened. Just
I mean, like I don't understand this Dallas level. I'm not saying Dallas is a bad team.
I don't understand.
Put them on this high
Omar.
pedestals.
I
I don't know what you're looking at.
They just
I
got
don't
their
know what you're
asses
looking at.
whooped by the Cardinals last week. They beat a bum Pats team, and now they
Look,
turned
I
into the number
don't
1
see
defense
what you're
again.
saying. I don't see
The Cardinals game was a classic trap game. First of all, so
Oh my God!
That game for who?
No.
For
This game
Dallas.
would have been a
Dallas,
trap
what do you
game.
mean?
This
They
game would have
trapped
been
the
a
team
trap game.
that-
It is a
that-
trap
that-
game.
It's a trap game.
Next,
No, it's a trap. It's a trap because you think they're tanking and they want to lose.
Tainting. Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Hey, but you forget. Don't
Be
forget
quiet, Jake.
though. The Patriots played the Jake's number 1 team. The Dolphins, they played them tight. They played them good.
No, I agree
But
with Jake
still,
on one
they
thing.
played
The
them tight.
Patriots are
They even
not-
played the Eagles tight. They played the Eagles tight too.
That's true.
Right, but the Patriots
They
we
could
all
have
admit-
won that game.
But we can
So
all
it's
admit
not
that
like
the Patriots-
this team is trash. They just don't have enough to get them over the top in some of these.
I
games.
saw them get their asses whooped by the who they play today? The Niners, right?
The thing about that is
crap out of them.
the Cardinals have been up
What do you-
each time at halftime.
I'm talking
this
about
year.
the
They're not a bad
Patriots.
team. They just can't catch a break. Cardinals are.
I'm-
Their record doesn't.
Well, I'm
prove
just saying. I saw the
car.
Well, you're saying the
Cardinals
Patriots
last week
are
beat
a
Dallas,
crap team.
and
That's
this
what
week
I'm
they couldn't even
saying.
compete with a
They
divisional rival.
they were in the game with Philadelphia, and they had a chance to win that game. They were in the game with Miami, and both of those teams you have is winning their divisions. And then it was a close, and they beat the Jets, which isn't a great team. But what I'm saying is that they were in it with tough teams. So you can't say that they're just a crap team. They just haven't had what they need to get over the top and win some of those close games. They're not a horrible team.
Man.
Because if their record was any indication of a horrible team, then you'd have a horrible team.
No, but
Right?
No.
Broncos would have a-
What we're seeing is they're going to move on from mac and cheese after this season. Absolutely.
Right. Well, what I'm
Yeah.
saying is you're equating them being a crap team because of their record and how they lost to Cowboys, but they've been in every game that they've played.
Which
That's what I'm
games did they
saying.
play? Hold on. Who did they beat? They beat who? The Jets?
And they almost beat the Eagles, and they were in the game with the Dolphins. So that's what I'm telling you. Pay attention, Jake. It's okay.
I don't take them seriously,
No,
Flo.
I don't
What
either.
I'm saying, you
Yeah.
can't say that they're a crap team. That's all I'm saying. Just because
I
they're
mean,
1-3.
They're not
Pay
a
attention,
good team, Flo. They're not a good
Right,
team.
but I'm saying they're not a
They're
crap
not a good team. You called
They're
the
not the
Broncos
Chicago
bad.
Bears.
Call them bad. They're bad.
They're not the
decent.
Broncos. They're not the
a decent
Bears.
team. They're decent.
Right?
After
They're not
getting
the
a
Broncos or
Bowl
the
game,
Bears, right?
And the only reason
call
that
it
they're
good.
deep,
They're 1-3 now too.
No, but yeah,
Well,
and I agree.
So then
The only
you're
reason-
calling your team a crap team then too, right? Broncos.
I'm going by what
they
you
are a
said.
team.
Okay, so then the Broncos are a crap team too. Then
Right.
okay,
That's
if we
fine,
can
but
agree
like
on
I
that,
said,
then
the
we're good.
Patriots ain't nothing serious.
Well, neither are the Broncos.
We'll see on that.
Okay, we'll see on the Patriots then.
You can't do that. You can't like, man, it's cold outside,
come
but
on,
I'm going
Jake.
shirtless. You can't do that. You can't be.
Denver plays the same Jets team
What?
next week.
Me or Jake?
Oh,
The
Jake, you
difference-
can't.
Yeah, you
either
can't do
one or the
that.
other.
That's what I'm
Come on.
saying.
The
That's what I'm
difference,
trying to say.
Jake, the difference is coaching. That's the difference. All right. As much as I may dislike Bill Belichick, the difference is coaching.
Hey, what's
Bill
up, Ian?
Belichick is head and shoulders. Let me get that right this time. Above Sean Payton.
Good job.
as a
Good
coach.
job.
Okay, Ian and Gold Coast, what's up, man?
McCarthy,
shout out, Ian.
They keep losing, buddy. They keep
See
losing.
you, baby.
Ooh, who keeps losing?
The Patriots.
So
Yeah,
do the
so do
Broncos.
y'all.
It's the same
And
thing.
so do we.
We got the Jets next week. We
Oh,
got the
that
Jets next
team.
week. Who did the
Okay.
Patriots
You're
play
old
next week?
dude, bro.
It don't matter. They play the New Orleans Saints next week.
Man.
That's
They
a better
lose
team.
that game. That's very embarrassing because
Okay.
they're not going to have Derek Carr.
Yeah, they had
That'd
Derek
be a
Carr this
very
game.
embarrassing
Did he
game to
get
lose.
knocked out again?
Carr played. He was all right.
Oh, I didn't think he got knocked out.
He got
No, he
knocked
didn't
out.
get knocked
Oh,
out.
yeah, I think
No,
so.
No, I
he
don't
didn't. He did
He
get
played
knocked
it-
out, but he also did not play well because he was injured. I mean,
Right.
Well, needs
But
to-
he should be
he's
better.
got
He
to
didn't
stay
get like
outside.
re-injured or anything though, right? I didn't see
no, but he did take one hard shot that looked like he almost re-injured it when he fell
Oh,
on his
really?
shoulder.
Oh.
But he just
Nah,
didn't play well.
He didn't play. He didn't
Yeah,
play a
that's
He
spectacular
just
game.
didn't play a good game. Yeah, he didn't play a good game.
I would
Baker
let
Mayfield
them out.
was-
I would not let him play because he's not ready. I would not let him play.
Well, we should
Oh,
let you
thanks.
play on this show, so we can't even see your face. We're just looking at the ceiling the whole time. How about you get your camera straight, first of all? Cool. Second of all,
we got
um,
Doug.
the Patriots
Oh,
are
man.
not a good team, Flo. They're not a good team. The difference there is coaching. That's all.
Well, all I'm
Um,
saying is my argument is if you're saying the Patriots aren't a good team, then we have to say the Broncos aren't a good team.
if
that's
your
my
Say that
record
currently.
is
I'm
one
fine
Y'all got the
three,
same record.
currently. You've
If-
been saying that.
if your
Okay,
record,
but I'm just making it for Jake. I'm
if
trying
your
to see
record
if
is
he
1
sees the
and 3,
logic in that.
gentlemen, again, we're going
So,
right, but going through the corner system again, right?
okay, so
1 and 3 at the corner
so the
mark.
Bengals are a
You're a
trash
bad
team too.
team.
Then
You're 1 and 3.
Bengals are a trash team too. Then is what we're
They're
saying.
not trash, but they're just bad. They got off to a bad start. Now,
Well,
the
now
Bengals
you're
are the
making
only team
caveats
there that you
for the
could
Bengals.
say-
You're making caveats for
I
the
am.
Bengals. now.
I just. You're right. I did.
Okay, then so
I did.
don't say
But I'm
don't
only
put out
making-
1 and 3 is their
listen.
bad team.
Hold on.
Gotta be black or white.
The
Bad
only
is
reason
bad,
I'm-
good is good.
But the only reason.
Okay,
But the only reason I'm making a caveat is because their quarterback is Joe Burrow, and if he's healthy,
Right, but-
that's a completely different team.
okay, fair enough. I just think you can't make that
All
kind of
the one and
caveat.
two
I
teams,
mean,
they're not top tier teams in the NFL at this point. That's what you
right?
just
I think they
caveat
should
on
still
saying.
win. Could have won one of those games.
Just leave
they
it
should-
at
they
that,
should
man.
be-
They
they should
ain't
be
top tier
even.
teams. They're all 1 and 3.
Okay, 1 and 3 teams are not top tier teams. Okay.
Head and shoulders.
Let's go.
Might be
Hey, so
head
what
and
you-
tail, Ian. Might be head and tail, Ian, above. I don't know
Head
about
and tail.
shoulders. I don't know about head and
Shout out
shoulders.
to Ian and all of our down under fans. Aussie,
What'd he
Aussie,
say?
Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Let's go.
I don't know about that one, but
Head and shoulders ahead of
Respectfully.
NFL. Oh,
respectfully.
Hey, by the way, Ian,
What?
I gotta check that out. I meant to check that out this week. I will
yeah, I
check it
forgot
out
to
this
check out the Australian Post football. Yeah, that's why it's like what? It's like when it has more income coming in, right? Australian football. It brings in
Yes,
more
what?
than
It's more
the
than
NFL. I'm just saying that, right?
I really hope you're being very sarcastic.
Is it on ESPN 19? It ain't on the 2, 3, 4, 5 or Deportes. I mean,
I'm
respectfully.
just saying, yeah. I'm just trying to make anyway.
You know.
All right. So moving on now. All right, so we did talk about the Bengals a little bit. We did talk about the Ravens Browns. You want to talk about the Commanders Eagles real quick? I mean,
I think we talked about that earlier already,
Did we?
didn't we? With Riverboat
Okay.
Ron and
I mean,
all
we
that.
kind of went around. Yeah, we did go around that game a little
I
bit.
mean, I think
Patriots-
the Eagles are one of the top teams in the NFC. That's my case there. The Commanders are plucky, but they're
You know,
they're maybe a playoff team, maybe.
Okay.
But
What about now? So we're saying that the 38-3 thrashing of the Patriots doesn't really mean anything. Is that what we're saying?
I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
Actually, you fell off, but I said that proved that Dallas has the top 2 defense in the league along with the Bills, and that you missed it also.
okay.
That part I disagree.
No, it was just Jake. It was just Jake saying that.
Absolutely.
I
Because
disagree with
next week
that.
they finally face a team.
I
that I
disagree
can
with saying
judge
like
them
they're
on.
up on this high pedestal because they're not. They're a good team, but saying they're way up here, let's calm that. They're top 5.
Absolutely. They're not
maybe
the
top
Eagles or
6.
the Niners of the
They're not.
NFC. They have not earned that spot.
They haven't.
Oh, yeah.
Can't
No,
crown them.
I agree. I think the 49ers are a better team overall. I do. I agree with that completely. And probably the Eagles too.
I don't
That
think head
doesn't
and shoulders.
Then the
necessarily-
Eagles. Then the
Or
Eagles.
head and
I
tail.
agree with
The
that.
best team doesn't ever win the Super Bowl all the time, so that doesn't mean anything.
I think it's close though. I think it's the 1, 2, 3, 4 are like pretty even. That's the way I see it. I think they're pretty even. They all have the weaknesses.
I got the
They all have
49ers probably above everybody in that.
So you got them head and shoulders?
Not head
Or
and
head and
shoulders,
tails?
but probably about a head. Just one head.
Head.
Reckless.
One head.
Pause.
Reckless.
One head and one prosthetic toe?
Yeah,
Wow, more
this,
reckless.
this is getting wicked over here. What is going on?
Wicked, not
Let's
wicked.
go. Hey, so let's talk about the this game tonight. That the Chiefs and the Jets, do we give them a chance? Is this basically gonna be a blowout? What do you guys think?
Oh. I would say, first of all, I don't. It's not for me, but that whole Taylor Swift nonsense they keep putting on there, I can give two S's. She just go away. I can see her in the mall any day. But this game will be probably like Virginia Tech versus Florida State next week, where the Chiefs probably win by 21 points. 21 points.
Okay.
Something like that.
Oh, really?
She's not.
So the biggest thing about this game is Taylor Swift might be there.
Who cares? I mean, I don't care if that sticks there. That is.
She already there. She there.
Long back string thing. Nobody care about her.
Man, listen. She flew with the team. She flew with Travis.
Why did we give her a hard time?
She flew with Travis Kelce and the Chiefs of the game.
Kelsey's ex is getting death threats from those Taylor Swift fans. They're acting reckless.
She about to step out.
What's your thoughts, Canteen, on this game? Blowout, pretty much. I mean, we don't have to analyze it too much.
She's a 7 out of 10, bro. She's a 7 out of 10, bro.
Okay.
Be nice.
She's a 7 out of 10, bro. She ain't
All right,
like.
first of all, I will not accept this Taylor. I will not accept this Tay-Tay slander. Okay?
Grown man saying
All right?
Tay-Tay. You're a grown man
10
saying
out of
Tay-Tay.
10. 10 out of 10. Swifty right here. I love you, Tay-Tay. By the way,
We're gonna hear that.
watch Ball. Subscribe to Ball and Buds, and you will see my 3-part series coming out this week on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce and the NFL.
A 3-part series.
Good way to get in the algorithm. I like that. Good way to get in the algorithm. That's good.
I'll have 3
That's
videos
smart.
coming out this week. Y'all pay attention. Why?
That's good.
Because the NFL is, and I'm not going to get too deep into it because I want y'all to watch the videos. But the NFL is using this to their advantage, but it's going to come back to bite them in the behind.
Oh, yeah.
End. So
Why
that
is
being
that?
said,
Those fans will leave once
you
that
watch it.
relationship stops.
Give us a teaser. Give us something.
subscribe at Ball
us
and
something.
Buds to see.
We're all going to answer that question then. Why is this going to bite the NFL except for Omar? Why is this
Well,
gonna bite
because
the NFL
exactly
in the butt?
what Clubber D just said.
Let me talk.
My bad. No,
it's because the fans don't care about the NFL. They're just friends of hers. It's like I'm a big Prince guy. Like his fans
why is that a bad thing if you bring in more eyeballs?
Because it's not forever. It's only right now.
Right.
It's temporary eyeballs
there you go.
that are also spiteful eyeballs. They're temporary spiteful eyeballs because then once they break up, you just heard what Clubber D said about Travis's ex getting death threats. Imagine what's going to happen when they break up. You're going to have 400 million Swifties online demolishing the NFL every second they get. So this is going to turn out very, very
Wait
bad.
a minute. I think that's a little overboard, or I don't think that's true. Why would they blame the NFL for them breaking up? That's a relationship. That has nothing to do with
because
the NFL.
They're irrational, millennial, mostly female, to be honest, fans that are, just like Beyonce and the Beehive. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get on their bad side because they're gonna come after you. You don't want to be on their bad side.
Look at that show Swarm on Amazon.
Really? I don't know if that's
Flo,
true, but
pretty much what Omar's saying is just temporary fulfillment. They're fulfilling something that's temporary, man.
It is, but I don't get the vitamin in the butt.
revenue.
I don't get that part. That's what I don't get. How is that going to bite him? Because they're not going to blame the NFL.
The principle's about winning.
Well, that's
games
fine, but you're getting more.
all that stuff.
You're getting free advertisement. There are people watching it that would normally watch. You might even pick up a few fans. Publicity, right? But what I'm saying is, I don't know how.
So the argument that no publicity is bad publicity is what you're saying. That's what you're arguing right now.
Yeah.
They can't budge in the butt with advertising
that's
dollars
fine,
and things like that. If they front the money and they can't fulfill the people coming in
exactly
in the long run. Yep. It's okay right now, but if I'm giving you this amount of money for 5 years.
But this is a short-term thing. I'm thinking everybody think this is going to be a long run of what this is going to be.
Does everybody remember the 2020?
Somebody's talking. Is this still a football channel?
Does everybody remember the 2016?
Hey, thank you.
I don't want to. I'm sorry. I don't want to make this political either. But everybody remembers the 2016 election, right? When Russia used the internet to infiltrate the election and the results. Same thing
supposedly.
Here. There was a lot of power within the internet. Supposedly. Allegedly. So there's a lot of power in the internet, and there's a lot of power.
It's like the last election, China allegedly influenced the election.
Whatever. I'm just saying it happens. And there's a bunch of Swifties that are going to be pissed off when this is done. And just because you got a bunch of eyeballs now, Travis Kelce's jersey getting sold, the most watched game ever. Now she's going to MetLife, selling that out, even though Aaron Rodgers is in there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Okay. Not to mention, the game, it isn't going to matter because it's going to be a complete blowout. Right. So I'm not even watching it. I'm going to watch Wrestle Dream tonight by AEW. Shut up.
I'm going to watch Mahomes because I'm a Mahomes fan. So
I'm watching it now because they're marching down the field.
Yeah. Hey, what about you, Jake? What do you got on this game?
This will be an easy blowout. I got probably 31-10 by second quarter, so it'll be sad to watch. Terrible day for the Jets, man. They're just going to end up staying with losses, poor guys. And hopefully they're ready for next week, man. The Natty Bowl, Nathaniel Hackett versus the Denver Broncos, man. I can't wait. It's going to be great, man.
I think this is a good game for them to play against a real offense and see what it's like to play against a real offense, because next week they're not playing in any kind of offense. So
mine's been a lot
easier next week. Huh?
Absolutely.
Well, let's go. Okay.
We excited.
You excited? The Broncos about playing the Jets?
I wouldn't be excited about two crappy teams, 1 and 3, going against each other. It's not going to be a game that anyone's going to tune into, so don't worry.
And once again, probably the least important game.
How come we didn't bring up the Raiders game?
What about the Raiders game? I did bring it up. I said the Raiders look pretty good. They've been in every game. I like O'Connell as a young quarterback. I think he's your future right there.
What's crazy to me is you'll say that about the
I'm
Raiders,
not paying Flo off.
They've been blown out
I'm not
paying
before,
and they've been in three close games. The Broncos have been blown up once before and been in 3 close games. So it's crazy that you say that, Flo. What's going on?
Three close games with bad teams.
And they lost to these same Raiders who I said are kind of frisky.
Yeah, they're both bad teams. We're just a little better.
Wait a minute.
You're just not as bad as you are.
Washington's not a bad team. 2-2?
They're not a good team either. They're okay.
I think Washington's better than.
They're on the fringe. You know,
They're a mid. They're a mid team.
they're below Detroit.
Clubber D, what I tell you about Sam Howell?
They're head and shoulders below everybody.
He's looking good.
He's looking good, ain't he?
He's getting there. He's looking good.
Who's that?
Sam Howell. So the problem on a regular show up here,
Sam Howell looks pretty good. Sam Howell looks decent, man.
he just holds the ball
he's
too
a
long.
year
That's
away.
the
I
problem.
said he was a year away. I said that the Redskins were gonna have a pretty good defense,
It's
and Sam
Commanders,
Howell's
so
is still a year
that's
away from actually making any noise, and he's up and down. You know, last game was terrible. This game was pretty good, so he'll be that way all year, and by the end of the year, he'll be a pretty solid quarterback.
I know everybody's got the Jets. I mean, the Jets losing.
He'll be.
I want to bring up this game real quick. Anybody see the Toy Story game? I know nobody really wanted to watch the Falcons suck, but did anybody catch the Toy Story game today?
I kind of saw some of it. It was kind of glitchy though.
Jesus
You know
Christ,
I did, brother. You know I did.
No, I actually saw the game live.
I watched it.
I watched it.
It was
watched it.
awesome. I love it.
It was
I
kind of
liked
cool.
better
It was
than
kind
the
of funny, but
Yeah,
it was
well,
like
we
I got my-
gotta talk about Toy Story.
Hey,
We gotta talk about.
you didn't see that? They did a
Excuse
Toy
me, y'all.
Story
May I
version
interject
of
for
the
a little
game
bit?
between the Falcons and the Jags.
Well,
It was
I
a
didn't see that.
live interaction game. Like they did it as the game was going. They were
Way
doing
better than
live-
what Nickelodeon has done the
live
past few years.
live
Way
cartoon.
better.
Yeah, so they
May
have
I?
basically
May I real
cartoon,
quick?
digital cartoons.
Interesting.
Go ahead. I was just explaining what it was to Clubber D. He didn't know what it was.
Yeah, no. You did a great job. So basically, they
Okay.
just did the Pixar Toy Story, like Flo said, they animated the game. I want to give you real quick my top.
But it was
3
live
power
animation.
Yes, I want to give you my top 3 power rankings of Toy Story's toys that were on the field for today's action. Number
Okay.
1, the unheralded hero, Slinky Dog, who acted as the first down marker and kept the chains.
Slinky.
Way to go, Slinky. Number 2, Bullseye the horse. He was out here dancing on a ball, getting his workout in, just looking so cool. I love you, Bullseye. And then the number 3, Bo Peep. Bo Peep was out here just looking fabulous on the sidelines. I don't know if she was sideline reporting or something,
Hey.
but Bo Peep shout out as well. She's my number 3 in the power ranking.
I am your father.
Clever D, the look on your face is hilarious.
I'm with Ian right now. I don't know what's going on.
your father.
Ian, what's going on, buddy? What's going on, mate?
Hey, by the way, Flo, before we get out of here today, I don't know what other games we have to do, but I think we should get a quick
We're gonna do
take
Monday Night
from.
Football.
I think we should get a quick take from Clubber D after we do that on last night's fight.
A quick take from Clever D. Okay.
That was
Yeah, he can
tomorrow.
say how right I was.
Is that tomorrow or tonight?
Oh, are you coming on tomorrow? Okay, yeah, you can come on. I didn't know. Okay,
It's Tuesday, Clever D, that we're gonna talk about.
Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, I can talk
Tuesday,
about
okay.
Tuesday.
Okay.
Never
Well,
mind.
y'all
Okay.
tune in Tuesday. Okay, Flo, don't say you're right. Saying a fight goes a distance is not saying anyone
I said
can say
unanimous.
that.
No, I said
Anyone-
unanimous decision.
Who didn't? Who? Okay, all right. That's like saying this game's not going to end without overtime. It's kind of like, come on.
And then you'll be wrong.
No, it's not. It's not going to be split. It wasn't going to be a split decision fight because that doesn't happen in Canelo. So people who know that's not going to happen. And I was almost right about the knockout because he got knocked down in the 7th. I said a knockout in the 7th.
Knocked down. Yeah.
I'm gonna get
You
on
said
Charlotte.
knockout,
but
so
he's
almost
embarrassing.
right. Okay.
He's
So it's
embarrassing.
better to be almost right than right. Okay.
He's embarrassing, and Canelo should not be happy about this win either. The way it happened. So
Yeah.
we'll get
Well,
into that.
I kind of felt like he wasn't going to finish him because he hasn't been able to finish people lately.
Nice.
He has been even lesser competition. He
Fight
hasn't been
somebody
able to
moving up
take him out.
13 pounds, and you can't take him out. That's not a good thing.
All right, so
We'll
let's
get into
go.
that.
So listen for that Tuesday. We're gonna have a little more interaction about this fight that happened, and Clubber D will give us his insight. Tuesday. I said Tuesday.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
just making sure the fans know why.
Okay. Why you found so faint?
Yeah, you
Far
sound
away.
like you're in the bathroom.
Oh, my bad. I'm right here. My bad.
Okay.
Sorry.
The mute master.
Tuesday, right?
All right, look, everybody. No, stop it. All right, Tuesday, y'all. Tuesday, catch Clubber D. Tuesday on the bottom line. We're not going Monday this week. We're going Tuesday. And by the way, I got a new teaching job I got called for, so I have to work Monday nights. So we're going to Tuesdays full time for a little bit.
All right. So hey, real quick before let's wrap it up here. These games on. Appreciate everybody tuning in on Lex Talk
CPAP.
Sports, on the Bottom Line Sports, and also on Ball in Buds. So Monday Night Football, we're not going to be here. We're not going to do the pregame because we're going to be out on Tuesday. So Seahawks, Giants. Giants are 1.5 point underdogs in that game. What do we got? What do you want to say about that game? You got the Seahawks, Giants. Go ahead, Clubber.
Oh, okay. So
Seahawks,
that
baby.
game, I got
Seahawks, Geno
Seahawks,
Smith.
unfortunately.
Seahawks, Geno Smith has a spectacular game.
I
Okay.
agree.
Really?
Unfortunately, begrudgingly, I think Seahawks got this.
Okay.
Easy dub Seattle. Easy dub Seattle.
Easy dub.
Giants are not themselves this year.
Okay.
They need to move on from Daniel Jones, and they just paid him. That's scary.
What do you got, Omar?
Agree. I don't like agreeing with Hot Take
All right.
Jet, but I agree 100%. I've been saying this since last year. The Giants are not a good team. Last year was a fluke. They shouldn't have made it to the playoffs. Daniel Jones is a horrible quarterback, and they should have given that money. They should have given that money to Saquon Barkley in the first place and just got a new damn quarterback. But whatever. Seahawks by at least 2 or 3 touchdowns. 2 at least.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I think Daniel Jones gets right in this game, and I think Giants pull this game out in a close one. I think the Giants are going to make a little bit of a run here and look a little better. Basically be the same team they were last year, a borderline playoff team. But this is one of the games that they make it right. I think Geno is too inconsistent. He'll give you 1 or 2 good games, and he'll give you a bad game.
Where's this game?
But I think it's in MetLife, I think.
They got
MetLife Stadium.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
So I think Daniel Jones
They got to repaint
reels
the
it
field
in
tonight. They got to
and
repaint the
has
field
a good
and
team.
lose again tonight.
I think the Giants win a close game here. I think Saquon comes back, and I think he gets right. He
Crazy,
needs
right?
Saquon. I mean,
That's wild.
yeah. So I think the Giants pull this one out in a close one.
They got to paint everything blue and white tonight.
I mean, they're at home,
That's
so
the
I guess
Jets
they have a
game.
chance, but I don't know, man. I see both of them getting – I see a blowout tonight, and I see a semi-blowout tomorrow, too.
Watch it be a draw.
Yeah.
By the way,
All
we
right,
didn't bring
guys.
this game up. Do we still believe in Mike Tomlin?
My
That
reception
was
was
bad against the Texans.
Flo,
I
were you
still-
ducking this?
I still-
Flo, were you ducking that? Oh, you were ducking the Mike Tomlin.
Ducking what?
30-6.
That was a bad game for
I wasn't
Pittsburgh.
ducking it. Why? How was I ducking it?
Because you didn't bring it up.
How's I ducking it?
Criticism.
Well,
It didn't look so good.
He just jumps
it did
in
not
on my-
look so good at all, guys.
Nah, I can't pick it.
Yeah, but the Giants are still the Giants. I mean, the Giants. I said the Steelers are going to be a borderline playoff team. I mean,
How?
they are?
With Kenny Pickett hurt too? Kenny Pickett got hurt.
If he got hurt, well, that's different. If your
they're
quarterback
going
goes
to have to
out,
play
you
with
know,
Mitchell
everything's out.
Trubisky.
That's just like if Aaron Jones. I mean, when Aaron Rodgers got hurt, you know, Jets were done. So if
You know
Kenny
who their
Pickett's
backup
out,
is?
then
You know who their
then they're
backup is,
done.
Flo? You know who their backup
I don't know. I haven't seen
is?
who's the
Mitchell Trubisky.
North Carolina. And another thing, Jake brought this up, but another thing we all were, well, I know I was. CJ Stroud's looking pretty good. I did not think they would do anything in the Texans.
He does. He does.
I
look
will
pretty
agree
good.
there.
I did
He
not.
did
Like,
look
he
good.
looks.
And then
I'm
my
not big on
guy
the house
that
of
you guys
quarterbacks.
doubted, Anthony Richardson looks really good for his first year, not having played too much at Florida. He looks pretty
He
good.
looks more progressive. Yeah, it's
He
looks better than people would have
he was
thought.
going to do.
Yeah, that's
But-
what I'm saying. I
the
thought
Trey Lance that never was. The Trey Lance that never was.
But I agree with Clubber D. CJ Stroud is just it is a revelation.
Yeah,
what
he
has
looks
done.
great. He
I
looks
mean,
great.
he's already thrown for over 1,000 yards and already has over 10 touchdowns and no interceptions.
Right.
Like,
And
this
and
dude
that
is-
the surprising thing is kind of that kind of goes against what me and you, Omar, like to agree on, that a young quarterback needs an offensive coach, you know, to be his coach, and that you know, and that kind of goes against that. That's one of the few times. But yeah, CJ Stroud has definitely looked good despite having a defensive coach as a head coach. So shout out to him. I think he's kind of like, I don't want to say he's better than Mac Jones, but like Mac Jones was ready to play right away. He was and one of those guys. I think he has a low floor, but he has a high floor, and a low
High
ceiling.
ceiling. Yeah,
I don't think, I think he has a lower ceiling. I don't think he's gonna be great. I think he's gonna be a solid quarterback, even pretty good quarterback in the league. But I don't think he's got a high ceiling. But I think he has a low floor. I think his floor is pretty good. That's why he's already good coming into this season as a rookie.
Talk about CJ, right?
Right, CJ, yeah. Mac definitely has a lower ceiling.
Wow.
Mac is limited. He's just limited.
But-
He's good for a certain type of system.
But I'm saying he was good. He was ready coming in to play as a rookie. He was pretty ready. That kind of thing. That just the fact that he was ready to play coming in. But yeah, I think CJ
But
Stroud
was he?
has a higher ceiling.
Was he ready to play? Because, I mean, he
Hey,
looked
so one
pretty
more
horrible.
thing before we get off, man.
Who, Mac? He made the Pro Bowl.
Flow.
He's like the eighth alternate. He's like
Flow.
the eighth alternate.
But I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Who doesn't make
as
the
a
Pro
rookie-
Bowl? Everybody in their
Oh,
mother
come on.
makes
Everybody
the
doesn't
Bowl.
make the Pro Bowl now. Come on.
49er
But I'm
quarterbacks
just
haven't
saying
had
he-
one since Jeff Garcia.
But he had a solid rookie season.
Really?
He hasn't gotten any better. But he did have a. You can't say he didn't have a solid rookie season. He did.
Okay, and he's regressed.
Hey, Flip, one more thing before
Right,
we-
but
one
that's
more
what I'm
thing before we
saying.
check
I'm
out,
saying
man.
I'm not making the talent comparison. I'm making the comparison in that he was ready to play right away.
Okay.
CJ
well, if you
Stroud,
think so.
right? Not the talent.
Checo just scored. I think.
Hey, one more thing before we take off, Flo.
Checo.
One more thing
Running
before we take
hard.
off.
Okay, yeah.
Go
Go ahead.
What's the current state of the Bengals as of today?
The current
Oh,
state of the
Cincinnati-
Bengals.
What's the state of the Bengals from
They in
today
trouble.
moving forward?
Great
They're
depression.
in trouble.
I bet if I can. I gotta go.
What?
Mere bag
Matt-
of shells. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry.
Mere
All I
Mac
gotta
and
do-
Shells?
I would say the Bengals right now
Really?
are probably tomorrow day after having a players only meeting because they got to talk about some things. They're
Oh,
moving
really?
forward.
Oh, okay.
They're
Oh,
a players
wow.
only meeting to get this right in the ship because they
They
can't.
got the
be
Cardinals
missed
next week, man. Don't worry. That's a
I'm
winnable
telling
game.
you,
Oh,
the
Taylor
Cardinals have
Swift
been
here.
in every game. Cardinals are not as bad as people think. They're scrappy. They won't
Cardinals,
just
yeah.
lay down.
The
Yeah.
Cardinals are scrappy.
This is the
They're
only
a
game that they
team,
were
man.
leading at halftime. This is the only game they weren't leading at halftime was against us today. So
Right.
it's not like
And they were bound
you know.
and they were bound to have a letdown game too because they beat the Cowboys last week. So they were bound to have kind of a letdown game. And I think this was their letdown game.
They could
So
have
they
been
didn't play
undefeated.
quite as good.
They could have been undefeated after for beating y'all. They could have beat the Giants and they could have beat the other team they played.
Right.
So-
I'm just saying they had a letdown game after winning a high profile game, high profile team.
Yeah, man, that's just
Cowboys.
reality.
Yeah,
Reality
it's
was
a
reality today. That's what that was. It was
No, it was just a letdown game. I think
it was reality.
yeah, I think it was a letdown game.
Last week they're just like,
You're right.
we got
You're right.
JV
It's a
team.
letdown game.
Just-
Yeah, it's a letdown
you know,
game. So,
You can just
yeah,
play them
you're
like
right.
that.
You're
Who
right. It was a
cares?
letdown game. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Letdown game. Good call, Clever. All right. Any final party words? You guys
I
got
loved it. Great week
Yeah.
of football.
great week of football, man.
Hey,
Hey, thanks for
we didn't even
jumping in,
cover
Clever
we
D.
didn't even cover our own
Hey, no
team
problem.
tonight, man.
What home
We
team?
cover our own team,
We did talk about the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
They didn't want to talk about it, man, because they know who we are. They know we're coming.
A little bit.
We got right this week. I told everybody we was gonna blow them out. I said it on the Cowboys show. You know, Canteen. I told them. You remember? Hey, remember what I told him, Canteen? You remember what I told him?
He don't
We're
remember.
gonna blow them out, bro.
What?
He said we're gonna blow them out. Oh, my mind telling me no.
Yeah. Yeah. This is what I said.
Telling me no. But my body telling me yeah.
I said, we're going to blow these boys out. That's what I said. I was trying to go with my mind and my body, but I was like, you know what? We blowing these boys out, and we did. And that's what we did. So, hey,
A middle school
is
just
what
went on
it is.
lockdown alert.
Look,
A
we
middle
was
school
trying to
just went on lockdown alert. Okay, a middle school just went on lockdown alert. Hearing that, and I love R. Kelly.
Niners Cowboys next week. What is it?
That's
Sunday
right.
Night Football?
Sunday
Can't
Night
wait.
Football. They're coming to Santa Clara and Levi Stadium.
Uh-huh.
Man,
Somebody
we're
that
really
needs
going to see
their
what these
respect.
Cowboys are.
Somebody that needs that respect, besides Chris McCaffrey, who's going to be MVP the way he's playing, which I wish Kyle Shanahan would realize we have other running backs on our team.
No, keep
Well-
going. Keep going, T-Mac, because he's killing it in fantasy for me.
He's killing it. Trust me, he is. But let
He's killing
me tell you something. Someone who doesn't get that respect, being the last pick of the draft, 19 for 20, no interceptions,
Yeah.
Mr. Brock
Right.
Purdy.
Brock Purdy is looking
Respect that
okay.
man. Respect him, okay? He wasn't a first-round pick. He wasn't top 5. He wasn't second. He wasn't third.
Mr.
He wasn't
Irrelevant.
fourth. He wasn't fifth. He wasn't sixth. And the 7th, okay? Respect that man. Like I say.
Okay. No, Brock Purdy's fairly solid. He's a fairly solid guy. Fairly solid. I like him. He's been playing well. We'll see what he does the rest of the season.
Next week's going to be a great
They don't
one.
ask him to do much, so that's the good
Don't ask
thing.
him to do much.
They don't ask him to do
See,
much.
There's the caveat. There it is. There it is. They have to do that.
They don't ask
have
him to do
that.
much, so
Reminds me of Dak.
Exactly.
a little bit
Yeah,
like
but-
Dak. Yeah.
Boy,
I
it's-
said 3 weeks ago.
Exactly. Brock
He
doesn't throw
froze
the
on
ball
purpose
away.
for that reason.
Exactly.
Trying to bring up trying to compare Dak. Dak is a way worse quarterback in my
Way
opinion.
worse. It's not even close. It's not even hands down, not even close. Rodgers threw an interception in the red zone to lose the game. Okay, he doesn't make this mistake. That's why we have him over Jimmy G. Jimmy G does that stuff. Dak hasn't really done much to win a game this year. He's
Hey,
good.
absolutely.
We got two flows.
Look at that. You got two flows. I'm telling you, you froze because of how dumb you were sounding
Bizarro
right
one
there.
flow. Bizarro
No, I'm
one
just
flow.
saying. I said a couple of weeks ago that he's basically Dak Prescott.
Not really. Not even close. Who would say that?
Yeah, he's basically
No,
Dak Prescott.
nobody thinks that. Nobody.
Only me,
Nobody.
only the guy who's always right.
I have yet to see Brock throw a bad interception. That is fact.
Yeah.
I saw that last week with Dak.
Yeah, but how long has Dak been in?
The league?
A lot longer than him, right?
That's worse. That's worse than
No, I'm just saying.
Broncos.
I'm just saying.
That's worse.
Dak has regressed because he doesn't play like he did when he was a rookie.
Oh,
And if Purdy doesn't play like he has his last year and a half, then he'll regress too.
Adios, Mills.
I'm
Can't
just
get no respect.
Next
Just got
Sunday is
on
going to be
Jake.
a great one.
This guy cannot
He's
wait.
the new
I cannot
Dak.
wait for this.
Purdy's the new Dak. Congratulations.
Hot take flow. Hot take
Sorry,
flow.
my
Let's
internet's
go.
been working crazy. All right. Thanks, Silver D. Appreciate you, man. We'll see
No
y'all next
worries.
time,
Y'all be
man.
easy, y'all.
All right, man. Take care.
Pleasure. Yeah.